Meeting looks pretty easy today.
Yeah.
That's what we like.
Yes.
Okay.
We lost Jax.
Oh, here he is.
Are we good now?
Yeah, we're good to go.
Here you go.
Sweet.
I'll start us off with a prayer.
Okay.
Our Father in heaven, we're grateful for this wonderful day. We're grateful for the opportunity we have to meet as a group and be able to further educate ourselves. Father, bless us that we will have thy spirit, and bless us individually that we will be protected and our families will be safe. We say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Sorry, I just realized right after I started praying, I was like, I don't even know if we're live yet. So,
Yeah, we are.
all right, good to know.
Yeah, we're not live yet. You want to pray again for us? Double prayer. That'd be a really good meeting, though, for sure.
Yeah, seriously. So I guess this meeting's going to be pretty short, looks like.
Awesome.
Hope so.
Anybody have a spiritual, uplifting thought of the day? No? All right. It's really good. It doesn't say we have to. So I was just wondering if anybody did.
Oh yeah, it's not on the questions this time.
Man, I prayed for nothing. All right, shall we jump in this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sounds good.
All right, number 1, assess this venture from Jim Sharpe's perspective. I mean, what do you guys think? When I was reading it, it was like a huge endeavor that he took upon himself, but I mean, I think he did a phenomenal job at investing enough time and energy and figuring out everything that needs to happen.
That was like 10 months, right?
Yeah. Certainly was a big thing, but,
It seemed huge. He had a huge job, but looking from his perspective as well, though, like it seemed kind of sketchy. At least the part where the guy who was in charge was saying, "Hey, you can't talk to anyone, can't talk anything," and so he's just completely relying on the previous owner's job. I mean, the previous owner's word, and obviously the previous owner wants to sell, and so he could be telling him whatever. But
yeah, I feel like the previous owner was trying to rip him off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like all the equipment's super old. The extruder machine is like 20 years old, and they don't even know how much longer it'll last.
Yeah,
And then
he even lied to the bank, right? Saying it was going to last like another 40 years.
Yeah. And then, yeah, just like his demands were like pretty crazy.
mm-hmm. There's one spot where it's talking about the company. I can't remember if he figured it out before or after he bought it. I think it was before. But it's just like the company has a terrible reputation in quality, shipping, customer service.
Uh-huh.
Like everything that's important for this kind of company, they have a bad reputation in.
Yeah.
I think though, like, because I mean, he spent the time. Like, I think he got what he wanted. Like, he didn't have any cash, so well, not very much, anyways, and like he wanted to go in without having to invest anything, and he was able to like go into something that's broken, like it's got stuff that works, it has employees, it is making some money, but like he's got expertise to fix it. So I think I'm thinking of like his perspective, and he's like, I got exactly what I want. Like it took a long time and it took a lot of effort, but like I got what I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I think, I mean, he was in the corporate world for 10 years, and it gave all the different lessons he learned, like the 8 different lessons. And I think he's the type of person where it's really strange, because this is like my favorite case that I've read so far, because I can relate to it a lot, where like I want to be in the corporate world, and I have been in my job for the past 3 years, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I want to be able to learn these things and be able to have my own business. And what he's really good at is going in and seeing what the problem is and fixing it. And that's what he did at GE. And I think that's what his mindset was going into this, is he knows he's buying something that isn't, you know, top quality, but that's what he thrives on, is developing it into something better.
Yeah.
And this, like his own little. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You go ahead, Tommy.
Also, it's kind of like his own little project, and he just wanted, you know, like when his first project with GE, they kind of sent him to the middle of nowhere, and like if it failed or it survived, like whatever. So he wanted like this own thing, his own risk. So I think I would see he would like kind of look at it kind of exciting, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Like when he went to GE, he started at the coal mining segment, and the guys didn't even, or GE didn't even care if he succeeded, because they were gonna sell it anyways. But because he was able to fix all of that, they sold it for a lot more. So, I mean, and it's probably just about the coal mining operation that GE had is probably about the same size as the whole business that he's taking right now. So.
Yeah,
I think he's like really well prepared from all of his experience to, I mean, boost this company and actually make it profitable. Because if like on one of the exhibits, I was looking at the income statement, like from 1982 to 1987, they didn't even make a profit, or they were net income. They only made net income twice, and then like 4 of those years, they were in the negatives for net income. So he still has a lot of work to do, but I think that he'll be able to do it.
Yeah.
no. So number 2, how has Jim Sharpe purchased this venture? What are the implications of this financial structure? It talked about him buying it, like not all up front, but basically financing it through a way where he was paying the previous owner off. Like,
wasn't it notes payable or something?
Yeah, it was. I think that was it. I can't remember the specific name of it, but yeah, it was basically just like a notes payable financing, and the previous owner was super just strict. Yeah. Wanted to make sure that he wasn't getting screwed out of it, which is, you know, it's reasonable.
Like if anything went wrong, the previous owner got everything back.
Yeah. But I also thought it was interesting how he had to like, where is it? I can't remember, but it said like he had to like be in charge of, or be something with the previous owner's parents' health insurance for 5 years. Like
his parents and the previous owner's health insurance.
Yeah, like that's just so random. Like what? Yeah. Really, I mean, I've never bought a business, but
well, now you know something you can negotiate.
Yeah, apparently.
I don't have any cash for you right now, but I'll pay your insurance for a long time. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking about it, and it's just like like, dude's scrappy. Like, he can't. I don't know. Like, he doesn't have any money to buy it, but he's getting full ownership of the company. Like, yeah, there's stipulations and like, yeah, there's these weird rules that the owner's doing it, but like, I don't know. I guess he went through his criteria is what I really liked. He had like all these criteria, and you can't go to the VC firms, and you can't go to the this, and you can't go to that, and the the bankers this, and so he had this kind of narrow criteria, and so once he started narrowing it down, he was able to find somebody and get the business without having to put up any cash, which was sweet. So I don't know.
Yep.
So with the way he bought this was, I find it somewhat interesting, because he has a lot. It said he worked in part of the industry as a salesman, like in the GE section, and I thought it was really interesting how how when he was selling it and they were trying to come to an agreement of the $2 million and how they were $250,000 apart, I feel like he didn't, like, he could have got it for an even lower price. Because when he walked out of the office, he said,
like he was bluffing, but the guy didn't think he was.
Yeah, and so he walked out, and the previous owner was like, "Oh crap! Like I really wanted to sell this, and now I can't." But like, and that's when he called him back, and he's like, "Oh, just kidding. Like, yeah, okay, we're good, all right." But it was just like so poorly, I guess, executed the way that he came to the agreement, because the previous owner got exactly what he wanted, was $2 million. And I thought that was, I guess, bad on his part, because he even said, I think this should be like a quote. It says, "If the seller set the price and I could negotiate the terms, we could always come to a deal." Right? It's like he set the price at $2 million, but he didn't negotiate any further down than that. Like, he wanted to only pay 1.7 million, but he didn't negotiate to, okay, how about 1.8, like there was no negotiation. So I just find it interesting how when he purchased the business, there wasn't really negotiation on his part. He just kind of accepted the previous owner's terms.
Cool. Yeah, I think it was easy for him to meet the terms for $2 million because it's not coming out of his pocket. So
yeah,
that's awesome.
And he's not going to have to pay it right away. Like, he's just basically,
he just wants it,
going to take it out of the business once they make some profit and then eventually pay back the owner. But it might be a better move for him to just take the $2 million, just because like having an owner that's still going to kind of be in charge, like cooperate, it might be worth the $300,000 extra.
Yeah. And I guess he had been doing this for 10 months plus, and it'll take a toll on you.
He didn't want the deal to fall through because he said he lost a lot of deals and then he was like devastated.
Yeah. Which, yeah. So
makes sense.
Cool. All right. Number 3. What should Jim Sharpe do on his first day as owner of Extrusion Technology Incorporated? I think he should give a speech.
Yeah.
A speech.
I think he should work also on the atmosphere of the company, since they were used to like kind of doing stuff halfway and the customer service not being the best. So I think change the, what's the word? Sorry, English is second language, but like the atmosphere, I guess. Dang, I'm sorry, I just blanked out.
What's the word in the other language?
Oh, I mean, I just read for another class. I read another case study, and it was about changing starts with a C.
Culture.
Culture, yes. Cultura.
Boom.
Cultura.
What's interesting is where I work, it's like constantly changing every 3 months. And the leadership is also constantly changing. But not so much on the executive level, but there was just a change in the executive level. It was probably about 3 weeks ago. And it kind of, the dude that came in like 2 or 3 months ago, he was a complete D-bag. Just came in and was like, "Hey guys, I'm here. I'm gonna rock the boat. If you're not in the boat, then you're out." Like, that's literally what he said. And then 2 months or just 3 weeks later, a new guy came in and he came and talked to us, and it was a completely different vibe. He was like, "Hey guys, like, here's my number," and he like wrote it, like, this is an executive. He went and wrote it up on the board. He said, "Call me anytime if you have a problem or suggestion." And it was like it was literally night and day. And so when I was reading this story of when the previous owner was like, "Hey guys, this guy's a new owner. He changed the name of the company. I'm out. Peace." Like, like you imagine if that were to happen, you're like, and then, their reactions are like, "Wait, what? Are you serious?" And so, I mean, what I would do, or what I think he should do, is just, have a speech and just talk with the employees and be like, "Hey guys, this is me. This is who I am. This is what the culture I want to set here," and just talk with them, be real, and be like, "What do you guys like? What do you guys not like? What do you want to change? What sucks?" So
I think that something he's going to have to do is like, think a lot of people are going to be happy about the change, but a lot of the lazier people who are making the culture bad are not going to be happy about the change because they're going to have to work harder.
yeah.
So he's going to have to
That's true.
he's going to have to try to change that culture, and then like recognize like who's holding us back, and then he's going to have to let them all go.
Yeah.
And that's the only way like he'll truly be able to change the culture, because like once a lazy worker is like getting paid for, not working very hard, like they're never going to want to work any harder than they have to.
Yeah, that's very true.
Cool.
Should we move on?
Yeah.
All right. What should his action plan be for the next 6 months? So next 6 months, the next year, and what should his priorities be? What I was thinking was, so the first action he should take is to change the culture, like Tommy was saying. So however long that takes, he needs to probably retrain the employees. As far as like the old equipment, he should try to set like a timeline of like not replacing all the equipment at the same time, but kind of prioritize which equipment needs to be replaced, and then like slowly get newer everything.
That's what I said too, just kind of like improving the culture. And I think once he does that, then he can go out and improve the reputation as well and get more clients, just because then they'll know that the business is under new management, it's changed. They can, the culture's different. Maybe they'll be better at shipping and customer service, things like that. So.
And gotta be careful for those unions.
Yeah.
They'll get at you.
You gotta, I don't remember what book it was that I read, but it talks about putting the right people on the right bus or the right seats.
Good to great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And I was just thinking about that. I think that and I think it's what you guys are talking about, like changing the culture, like get the right people in the right spots, like let them lead, let the people who know what they're doing, like do that, get rid of the people that don't like want to work. And then from there, like, I think like I like the idea of updating the facility, like mow the yard for like, I don't know, just stuff like that. Like,
yeah, saying there was a bunch of weeds and whatnot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So I guess the priorities would be change the culture
Mm-hmm.
and start, I guess, replacing the machinery and making it new again. And then, lastly is focus on revenue. Because just like you said, Adam, before is like it was 3 or 4 years where they didn't have any, or the net income was negative. So, to have a sustainable business, you need to have profit. So that's probably something you should focus on in the next 12 months.
Yeah.
All right. Did Jim make the right acquisition? Yes or no? Explain. So who says no? Does anybody? No?
I think he made the right acquisition.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he was looking for.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but it'll do.
No.
Yeah. Plus, he's got full ownership, guys. He doesn't have to share with anybody. Like, oh, that just sounds so nice. Like,
Yeah.
No. I mean, one could argue he bit off more than he can chew, but I mean, I think it is all about your attitude and surrounding yourself with the right people with that, that can help you succeed. And so I think, he took a huge project on and he's there to fix it, and he knows what he's doing when it comes to that. He's in the right industry. He has been, researching and doing this for the past year. So I think it was a good decision.
yeah.
Yep. Agreed.
And I think he'll be able to make a ton of money, because if you guys looked at like the salaries of his management, like the vice president of the company and everyone, they only make like $40,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he can pretty much set his salary at whatever he wants, and he has 100% ownership of the company.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's cool.
Yeah. The VP's annual wage is $44,000.
Wow.
That is so low for a vice
I
president.
know. He should probably raise their salaries or something to make them like happy with the change.
Yeah, jeez.
That's really low.
I guess it was in the 80s, so it's more money back then. But
Yeah, that's true.
still.
Can you imagine if the new owner, or the second owner, walks out and then he's like, all right, guys, we're going to change this. I'm giving everybody a raise. Can you imagine? You would be
awesome.
the most popular, freaking shiz. You would be like, yes. Everybody would love you.
What year did this take place?
I brought a piñata filled with cash.
1987.
Filled with cash. Okay, so I just calculated it. That's $94,000.
Oh, all right. That's a little more reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
With inflation and whatnot.
I brought a piñata full of cash. That'd be such a good way to introduce yourself.
Change the culture really quick.
Yeah, seriously.
Party culture.
So I guess that concludes it.
Yeah.
Did you guys on the the analysis? Has anyone done that yet?
Yeah, I'm done.
I did it.
What did you do for the the calculations to? Because it's an analysis, so it's
Mine were pretty random.
did you guys calculate, I guess, the cost of the business or?
what
Because
I
that's
did,
what I'm on right now. I'm trying to figure that out.
let me see. I did some calculations on the projections that are at the bottom of the exhibit.
Yeah.
So I just like kind of compared like projections with the actual numbers from like 1982 to 1987 on the income statement, and then I just like compared it to the projections, and then I just calculated like this is the percentage of growth that he's expecting, and
Got
if
it.
they
Okay.
see this much growth, they can expect this much income.
Got it.
So
Okay.
kind of calculate the actual sales with the projected sales and see what the differences will be. That's what I did.
All right. That makes sense.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, guys. Well,
Sweet.
good talk. So we'll
You guys
see
want to
each
meet
other-
Friday?
Yeah, Friday.
Friday.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right, cool.
Can we do it early? What time are we doing it Friday? Earlier would be better for me.
Like 4:15.
Okay. That's good. That's plenty.
Is that good for everybody?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. We'll see you guys then.
Okay.
Okay. See you.
Yeah.
You guys-
All right.
Bye.